Chapter 9. Sebastian. Penny's eyes went wide.
No! It'll be a disaster. Dad, tell him. I am a disaster. There will be heels involved. And let's not forget, I set the Duke of Essex on fire.
I chuckled. Yes, I remember. Or at least I recall the story. I wasn't there. I'd left early, I think. I knew where I was. I'd been busy making out somewhere in the palace with Bridget, and then we heard the fire alarm and we'd gone running. I hadn't seen Penny then. Or maybe I had, but somehow hadn't noticed her. I heard the story, though Dad told me later that the Duke had set himself on fire and the Royal Guard had put him out, but he'd always blamed the Guard. She scowled at me.
It was an accident.
I couldn't help but keep grinning. Accident or not, you're going to get a brief lesson on diplomacy, and then you'll be ready. Her gaze went back to her father.
Dad, please.
I shook my head at her. Nope, it's now settled. Rune walked in the door just then and stopped short when he saw me smiling. Then he gazed at Penny, back at me and then to Ethan. Your Majesty. To Ethan he said, Sir, you requested my presence? Ethan quickly gave Rune the rundown. Now I'll leave you three to work out the logistics about the rest of the team. I want to hunt down the cultural attaché and bring her in. You'll leave in 4 days, so Penny, you'll need to get up to speed as quickly as possible. I'll also work on the rest of the team. Penny, I assume you don't want Michael or Robert. Her gaze flickered to mine and then skidded away again.
No, I'd prefer not.
He nodded. I'll make it happen. Rune turned to her. So you're the one I've been hearing so much about. How is it we've never met before? She shrugged.
Well, considering there are over 1,000 of us in the Royal Guard, it's possible. Besides, it wasn't until recently that I was assigned to the King's personal service. So, it's nice to meet you.
She stuck her hand out and I watched Rune take it and assess her quietly. The flare of jealousy was instant. He only held her hand, but I was irritated that he was touching her and I couldn't. Well, it's very nice to meet you, Penny, and thank you for saving my friend's life, despite his tendency to be an arse. For the first time since we'd returned, I heard Penny's laugh, and holy hell, if it didn't stop my heart. I didn't care that she was laughing at my expense.
Yes, well, it's a good thing I'm used to him by now.
Don't forget you have to be a good date. You know, follow me around, assess my needs. I let the innuendo slide into my voice. Yes, I know, I'm a dick. I thought we'd established that already. Rune frowned.
If you'll excuse me for a moment, Your Majesty, I need to finish what I was doing, especially if I'm going to be busy for a while with the cultural attaché. Just have my father page me when you're ready for me.
She left the room without another glance back, and I couldn't help but stare after her. It was an effort on my part to not run after her, to not find a reason to keep her in my office. Why are you being a dick? I shook my head. You don't understand. What don't I understand? She's going to be your personal guard. Stop being an arsehole and treating her like she's a hooker for hire. I did no such thing. I made a couple of jokes. Rune's lips thinned. You're the king now. You cannot make those jokes. It felt like I'd been slapped by an icy hand. She won't take it personally. Why? Because she's your punching bag. It's clear there's something going on with you guys. No, you are wrong about that.